Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining in to watch the video wherever you're tuned in from. I want to say a big thank you to all of you. You know what I do here? I talk about Nigeria Super Eagles, NFF, Super Falcons and everything in between. So I have some interesting updates for this video, and let me start with the gist concerning Nigeria Super Falcons. Of course, we know now that they've traveled to Sevilla, Spain for their 2 weeks camping ahead of the Olympic Games that's coming up later this month from the 25th. And I've obviously talked about that in the previous video, but right now, uh, everybody's in camp, and they actually had their first training yesterday, being Sunday. They had that training early yesterday, which is in the morning. And from the look of things, everything went really nice, really fine, and there was a huge turn up. And the team was obviously led by the captain, Rashidat Ajibade. She was also one of the first people to arrive. Of course, she plays for Atletico Madrid, which makes it very close to, which makes the camping venue very close to her club destination. So she was one of the first people that arrived. And then also Chamaka Nadoze, I talked about that in the previous video. She was also an early birdie for that one. But the good news is, on the Waldrum, and the girls have now started preparations for that one first training already in the bag, and then of course they'll hope to continue their trainings today. Remember, I talked about the friendly that they have against Canada. That's going to come up later on the 17th. That's a day after they conclude their training, and then they're going to have to travel to Paris, France on the 18th. The girls obviously have a run of tough fixtures for these Olympics in the group stages, starting from the 25th, where we'll play against Brazil, and then on the 28th, we'll play against Spain, and then on the 31st, we'll play against Japan. So that's what's going on. This is why, it's obviously important that the girls prepare very well for that one. And it's good to see that the team are starting their training early enough, 2 weeks before the competition kicks off. But again, be rest assured that I'm going to cover whatever needs to be covered, and then let you guys know on this channel. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you've not done so. And then we have one of our key defenders that we're obviously missing for this competition, Ashley Plumptre. And she has now expressed her sadness for the fact that she is not going to be participating in the Olympics. She obviously took to her social media to express how shattered she is at the moment, because obviously she had been working really hard to come back to be fit in time to play the Olympics. She said that it's tough of dreams. Plumptre said that she fought really hard to try and return, but her body could not allow her to come back in time for that one. And she shared a timeline of her recovery routines, the series of hard training sessions and rehabilitations that she was doing in order to be fit on time. She actually even had a timetable for that one, as she tried to work herself speedily to recover, but it just didn't work out. And then she had a chat with the head coach, Randy Waldrum, on the 29th. That was last month. And obviously after that one, it was already decided that she was not going to partake, which of course is why Randy Waldrum did not mention her among the list. But despite missing her, Plumptre says that she's going to be cheering Nigerian Super Falcons, and that she feels a lot of pride that she is one of them, and that she's obviously going to be cheering them from home. It's also important to mention here that some of our players who play in the American League, the likes of Michel Alozie and Asisa Atosowala, were some of the latest arrivals to the camp. But the good news is that obviously they are now in camp, and they obviously received some really massive celebration from their clubs for the fact that they are going to the Olympics, particularly the likes of Asisa Atosowala, whose Bay FC football club actually celebrated her really well. It was not the only one that was sent off, because they had quite a few Olympians, or quite a few people who have been called up to represent their countries in the Olympics, who play also in the Bay FC. There's also Lesian Prowse, she plays for Canada, and then Rachel Kondaninji, who plays for Zambia. So these three players, with Asisa Atosowala, obviously got a good sending off from Bay FC. With the 18 players now accounted for and in training, the main focus for Coach Randy Waldrum is going to be to fortify the girls with all the proper trainings and practices that they need to be at the level that they need to be, top level, before the Olympics comes up. But moving away from that, just let me let you know that Manchester United legend Louis Saha has now sent out an advice to his former club Manchester United to swoop in and sign Victor Osimhen. He says that Victor Osimhen is the ideal striker. He is in fact the strike is this. He should be the signing of the summer for Manchester United. He's urging Man Utd to prioritize signing Victor Osimhen above any other player. Mr. Saha is saying that if he were Manchester United, that he would prioritize signing Victor Osimhen this transfer season, because for him, he feels that Osimhen is the player that is going to check all the boxes. Is going to fit in, complete the puzzle for Manchester United. And with Osimhen, according to him, Man is going to be playing at the level that they want to be playing, in next season Premiership. And he's full of praise for Victor Osimhen. He even compared him to David Trezeguet, the France and Juventus legend, and also compared him to Van Nistelrooy, who played for Manchester United. Among the top attributes that Louis Saha praised Osimhen is in the area of work ethics, in area of mentality, area of attitude, and above all, clinical in front of goal. These are the areas that Louis Saha has now praise Victor Osimhen, and for this reason he feels that this is the man that Manchester United needs to be at the level to start competing, maybe even start contending for the Premiership. But while Louis Saha wants Victor Osimhen to move over to Manchester United, the Napoli are also plotting a way to offload Victor Osimhen, because their plan is that they don't want to go into preseason with Osimhen. They want to try and sell him off and make the money that they obviously had in mind when they had him sign that 1-year contract to increase his transfer clause. And what they've now done right now is that they've now pushed Osimhen to Chelsea. They've now offered Osimhen to Chelsea at a reduced price. You know that his fee, according to Napoli's document, is 130 million euros. But Napoli are reportedly now willing to reduce the price to 100 million euros for Chelsea to buy Victor Osimhen. And the reason why Napoli are now interested in trying to deal with Chelsea is because Napoli are interested in getting Lukaku move over to the next side. And there's also a report right now that Chelsea are also willing to put in the likes of Casadei, the midfielder, as part of the deal to get Victor Osimhen. But Napoli don't want anything to tamper with their money. They cannot. They say they don't want to sell Osimhen anything less than 100 million euros. And for Chelsea, they value Lukaku at around 27 million euros. So if Lukaku is going to go to the other side, it's going to be like a separate deal. For Napoli, they want the money to be complete for Osimhen, and then they will have to now start negotiating for Lukaku. But Chelsea are ready for anything. They want player plus cash deal if it's possible, or just outright buying of Osimhen, but at a reduced price. And the report is that Chelsea are ready to give 2 players, to Napoli in order to lower the money that they are going to spend on Osimhen. And Lukaku and Casadei are the 2 players that Chelsea want to offload to Napoli for Osimhen's deal. But we'll see how that goes. There's definitely going to be a lot of tug of war in the coming days/weeks, because a lot of clubs are obviously very interested in Victor Osimhen. The only stumbling block right now is his huge transfer fee, which Napoli are now seeing that there are not many clubs who are willing to pay this money. So Napoli are now they are now open to reducing this fee so that they can offload Osimhen before the preseason. But that is the update for this minute. Take care of yourselves. Stay tuned to the channel, like and share the video, and also subscribe if you've not done so. Stay tuned for more updates, guys.